Good day, everyone. This is Erdon, and welcome to another learning session for Purposive Communication. Today, we're going to discuss understanding different types of essays, specifically understanding an informative essay. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain the characteristics of an informative essay and differentiate its forms. Analyze the form of informative essay applicable to a certain topic and practice writing an informative essay. But to help you understand and gain a deeper understanding of lesson and to enhance your communication skills, we are going to use the CORI chart. CORI stands for Concept-Oriented Reading Instruction Chart. In learning how to write an informative essay applying the CORI chart, you have 3 steps. The first one is that you need to read the text and highlight or underline the important information about the text. For today's reading and for today's article, you will read Learning How to Write an Informative Essay. After reading thoroughly and underlining and extracting the important information about the text, you are about to review and identify the main idea and supporting details for step 2. On step 3, you have to complete the CORI chart by supplying the information asked. As you can see, there are 6 boxes to complete for the CORI chart. The goal would be, what do I want to know in an informative essay? The definition would be, what is the text saying about informative essay? The key or the main ideas would be, what are the different types of informative essays? Examples would be, what examples from the text show the different types of informative essay? Connections would be, what is the importance of an informative essay in life? So you have to relate it into your daily living. And questions. Are there any confusing, if there are, of the text that you have read or throughout our discussion? You have to put it there. I'll be checking that and I will try to help you answer that in my best of ability. Aside from the CORI chart, let me remind you also of the things that you have to answer. For skill building activity 2, you will analyze the different essay titles on the table and try to determine what form of information essay is being delineated based on the essay titles. You have to categorize these essay titles if it fits with definition, compare and contrast, and process as the 3 main forms of information essay that we are going to discuss later on. After our discussion, you have also to answer check for understanding. Basically, you are going to practice writing information or informative essay. The topic is about writing about a place in your province. So it could be any place in your province, it could be your municipality or your barangay or any famous place within the province. Again, the purpose of your essay is to inform, and your audience will be self, peers, and teachers. First, you need to identify the topic. The topic is given. Again, it is about writing a place in your province. You need to specify which part or what part of that big topic about the place in your province would you like to discuss. Then that will be the claim. And also, you need to provide 3 justifications or evidences to support your claim and your topic. After that, you're going to elaborate it and turn it into a paragraph by following what you have identified in your pre-writing sheet. As a practice, you are going to utilize the 5 to 6 sentence per paragraph structure guide. So I have a guide here. As you can see, for sentence 1, that will be for the topic. For sentence 2, that will be your claim or your main idea. For sentence 3, 4, and 5, that will be for your evidences. And for the last sentence, that will be conclusion. Since we are all set, let's have our discussion for today. An informative essay teaches people about a topic. Basically, from the word in itself, it is informative because it tends to inform, to educate, or to teach someone about something. This is related to informative texts or academic texts. As you can see, for example, your books in your majorship, for instance, are examples of an informative text. The research has the informative articles and academic texts that you have utilized and read, or examples of an informative texts. Usually, informative essay explain things like objects, people, places, ideas, experiences, or situations. And it usually sticks with facts. Take note of that. Because informative essay tends to be educational in nature. That's why it explains things like objects, people, places, ideas, experiences, or situation in a manner that it uses facts. In that note, it usually answers questions like who, what, where, when, and how, the 5 Ws and 1 H questions. And they often tell things in order, like narrative. Okay, in order or in sequence, there is a chronology, like a story. So there is a beginning, middle, and ending. They tell things in order. Okay, next. An information essay actually has several forms. There is a common misconception that when we inform, we just tend to state facts. We just tend to educate someone. We just tend to explain based on truth. But do you know that there are several forms of information essay that you may utilize by the time that we write? Okay, let's deal with them one by one. The first one is definition informative essay. Okay, definition informative essay means that you are exemplifying or explaining or discussing the meaning or the characteristics or the context or the situations of a certain topic. You can also give examples about the topic that you want to explain. Let's give an example. If you are a teacher or if you are a student taking Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English, for instance, and you want to write an informative essay about your course, then if you use definition informative essay, you may want to discuss the meaning of Bachelor of Secondary Education. You may want to discuss the meaning, its characteristics, and its contexts. So if we're going to define it using a definition informative essay, it will be like a Bachelor of Secondary Education, or BSED, is a 4-year undergraduate degree program that prepares students to become licensed secondary school teachers, typically for grades 7 to 12. The program includes coursework in pedagogy, subject specialization such as in English, mathematics, science, or social studies, and educational psychology, along with hands-on teaching experience through internship or practice teaching. Graduates are equipped with the necessary skills to facilitating learning, develop curriculum plans, and assess student performance in their chosen field of specialization. So that is how you create an informative essay by definition. We have discussed the meaning, we gave characteristics, and we established contexts for the topic Bachelor of Secondary Education. Okay? If you have any questions so far, feel free to message me and I'll be very happy to assist you. Another form of essay is the compare and contrast informative essay. Basically, when you compare and contrast, you highlight similarities and differences of two or more topics or ideas discussed in your essay. Okay, now let's use Bachelor of Secondary Education and Bachelor of Elementary Education as examples when we do compare and contrast informative essay. So a while back, we used Bachelor of Secondary Education by form of definition informative essay. We have defined BSED. Now, if you're going to use compare and contrast informative essay, you have to identify the similarities and differences between Bachelor of Elementary Education and Bachelor of Secondary Education. So it will be like this. For similarities, for instance, you could say both BEAD and BSED are 4-year undergraduate programs designed to equip students with the necessary knowledge and skills for teaching. This is correct because both of the courses, though different, needs to be taken in 4 years. Next, another similarity would be in terms of internship or practice teaching. So both of the courses require a completion of internship or practice teaching experience. Another similarity would be they are both requiring aspiring teacher to pass the licensure examination for teachers or the LET to become certified educators in the Philippines. Those are the similarities between BED and BSED. Now, what are the difference in contrast between BED and BSED? Basically, when it comes to teaching focus and grade level, the primary difference between BED and BSED is that the level of education they prepare students for. For BED, it's mostly teaching at the elementary level, meaning kindergarten to grade 6. For BSED, on the other hand, this is designed for those who want to teach at the secondary or high school or senior high school levels from grades 7 to 12. When it comes to curriculum and specialization, BED students are trained to teach general or multiple subjects because this is in the elementary or for the younger learners. But for BSED, however, a teacher may specialize in specific subject area. For example, English, mathematics, science, and Filipino. Now, when it comes to teaching strategies, for example, in classroom management and BED, students learn teaching strategies tailored for children. And in BSED, teaching strategies focus on subject mastery and critical thinking development. What we did was we have compared and contrast the similarities and differences of being a BSED and BED educators. Okay, so that's how you do compare and contrast. As you can see, by definition, we give meaning, we give characteristics, we give context, we give situations, or we can even give examples. But when we use compare and contrast information or informative essay, we try to explain the similarities and differences of two or more topics at hand. The third and the last form of an informative essay is the process information essay. The process information essay tells sequence, steps, or outlines a specific process. Take note, the highlighted word here is process, which is being discussed in an essay step by step or by process. Now, since this is by process, it's in sequence, we're telling step-by-step process. So let's use again Bachelor of Secondary Education. Okay, if you would look back, during the definition informative essay we gave characteristics for that. For compare and contrast, we have identified the similarities and differences of BSED and BED. And now, for process information essay, we can say like this. Okay, if our topic is Bachelor of Secondary Education, okay, since this is process, you can tell what are the process or what are the steps into becoming a Bachelor of Secondary Education teacher in the Philippines. So you can say that being Bachelor of Secondary Education teacher in the Philippines involves several steps. The step one is that you need to complete senior high school with a relevant strand. Okay, for example, for Bachelor of Secondary Education degree, you may want to take Humanities and Social Sciences or General Academic strand. Then after graduating senior high school, you have to enroll in a Bachelor of Secondary Education program. So you have to choose a college or a university accredited college offering BSED, and then you have to select major shift if you want English, mathematics, science, social science, or Filipino, for instance. And then you need to complete the 4-year degree, which includes general education courses, major subjects, and professional education subjects. That's for the step 1 and 2. Now, for step 3, you need to gain teaching experience through practice teaching. After gaining teaching experience for step 4, you have to graduate and obtain a bachelor's degree. After graduation, you need to take and pass the licensure examination for teacher. So basically, that is how you do a process information essay. You are identifying or you are explaining in detail the process, the sequence, the steps. You're outlining a specific process which is being discussed in an informative essay. So those are the 3 forms of information essays. You may use any of this by the time you write, as long as it is applicable to the topic and the data that you have. Do not forget also that utilizing information and facts from researchers, researchers, library books, journals, and other reputable academic websites are highly suggested when doing an informative essay since it is based on statistics, it should be based on truth, it should be based on fact. In doing so, you may include printed and online resources such as books, journals, magazines, newspapers, websites, videos, photos, and presentations that contains reliable and credible information. Okay, you need to be critical when processing information and integrating information and sources in your information essay. Okay, in light of that, you may want to check the authority. Okay, who's the author? Does it come from a reputable website? How about the URL, for example? Okay, if that ends with .edu, then it means that it is managed by educational institution. For example, if it ends with .com, then it is for commercial use. And if it's a government-owned organization or website, that will be ending with .gov. Meanwhile, if an organization uses it as a website, it should be ending with .org or organization. So these are the endings of websites that you may want to check to consider and to ensure that your sources are credible and reliable. Okay, you need to check for accuracy, the author, who's the author, the objective, is it current? Okay, is it time bound? I mean, is it timely? Is there a sense of currency? How about the URL? Okay, and also I would like to note and I would like to inform that Wikipedia can be a reader-friendly website, but the content may not be always valid and reliable since you may or someone can readily edit it. Okay, you can freely edit the content in Wikipedia. So it's reader friendly, but the content may not be always valid and reliable. Today we have discussed what is an informative essay, what are the several forms of informative essays, and we have also discussed how to identify the credibility and reliability of the given informative essay, or when you want to integrate information coming from other sources in your essay writing. I hope that this helps because sooner we're going to write you are going to write an informative essay, and you may want also to consider these things that we have discussed so that by the time that you write, you're ready. Okay, this is the purpose of this material. That's why we have this, so that you can practice, you'll be knowledgeable, and you're ready when we write. Okay, let me remind you again of the things that you have to answer. Of course, you have to complete the Cori chart, learning how to write an informative essay, the 6 boxes. After you have read the article, learning how to write an informative essay. Okay, after that, since we have discussed this, you have to identify which essay titles are delineating a definition, compare and contrast, or process forms of informative essay on skill building activity 2. And lastly, you're going to write an informative essay with an audience of yourself, peers, and teacher, and you have to write about a place in your province. Take note that it could be any place within your province. It could be a municipality, a barangay, or any famous tourist spot there. But make sure that the tone should be informative, since that informative is not subjective. You know that. And when it's subjective, of course, it will be an opinion essay or persuasive essay already. So make sure that it is objective sounding, it is educative, it is fact-based. Okay, identify a topic and then claim or the main idea, what type of or what specific part of the topic would you like to talk about. For example, Nueva Ecija is the topic, and then what specific part of Nueva Ecija or aspect of Nueva Ecija do you want to talk about? That will be the claim. And you need to supplement it by 3 evidences or supporting details. Applying all of the things that we have discussed, you may experiment on integrating the different forms of essays like by definition, process, and compare and contrasts. And also, you may want to consider the credibility and reliability of the resources or the information that you are going to integrate. Okay, you are allowed to use your internet to search, but do not forget to cite properly and give proper credit as you integrate facts, informations from others or other resources. Okay, I will be allotting a Google form for this, and you will submit all of your activities for today. And do not forget to log also for your attendance and do the activity. Should you have any questions, feel free to message me and I'll be very happy to assist you. This has been Sir Don, and this is Propulsive Communication, and we have talked about understanding an informative essay today. Thank you so much.